Author's Note. 10 books in, Jason's magical abilities have reached levels of complexity that I really should have thought through better when I was first devising the magic system. To help those looking to figure out what some specific power or affliction does, there are 2 appendices offering a list of Jason's essence abilities. These are included in your audiobook purchase as a supplementary PDF for download. Note that the list was written for brevity and lacks or consolidates many specific details. It is intended as a reminder that people can reference, not a comprehensive or thorough record of the magic system. Chapter 1. Aftermath. Messengers didn't dream. They understood the concept, but it wasn't something they experienced for themselves. Dreaming was a trait of lesser beings, of the weak. This was what the messenger Terra June Custer had been told her entire life, which left her confused when she roused from dreams of her own. She didn't remember them, as they skittered away like spectres in the night, but it felt like she had been living them for an extremely long time. She opened her eyes to an unfamiliar ceiling. It was dark crystal, containing swirling sparks of gold, silver, and blue, as if filled with viscous fluid and expensive glitter. She was in a bed made of fluffy white cloud material, which was comfortable with her wings. Her armor, torn to shreds last she had seen it, was now whole. There was no sign at all, in fact, of the fight that was the last thing she remembered. Her armor had been repaired and the injuries were gone, as was the blood they had painted her with. What remained was the bitter sense of defeat. It was not that she lost to Asano that troubled her, but that she had accepted the loss before the fight was over. Her thoughts had turned in desperation to using the people in the bunker as hostages. The soul barriers around her and Asano would have killed any normal rankers they touched. Thinking of the power she had used on Asano spiked her confusion. Once enacted, either one or both of them should have died. Both surviving was impossible. Yet here she was. And the fact of Asano's survival was obvious. She could sense his singular will dominating her surroundings, feel the aura that pervaded every scrap of matter. She was in an astral kingdom. His astral kingdom. This was only her second time being inside one. There was no mistaking it, or who it belonged to. Jason Asano. Her instincts screamed his name, her certainty going beyond just recognizing the aura. She remembered surrendering not just the fight, but her very soul, an infinite and eternal defeat. She felt an unsettling, intimate familiarity with him that she could not explain. Mercy, shame, indignation, and rage all stormed within her, a mess that would take time to untangle. She had no idea how the fight had ended. She had flashes that didn't make any sense, as fleeting as the remnants of her newfound dreams. She needed more information, and sat up, shifting her legs off the bed. The cloud she was lying on accommodated her, transforming into a chair in response to her desire. She remained seated for the moment, and looked around. The room she was in was large, more a luxurious suite than the cell she would have expected. The furniture an eclectic mishmash of elegant wood, stone, crystal, and plush cloud material. There was a low set of drawers against the wall, atop which was what looked to be an array of baked goods on plates under glass display domes. The windows showed gardens outside, sunlight shining on blood-red flowers on thorny green stems. There were 2 ways out, doorways with no doors, only veils of mist. One was in the wall directly in front of her, while the other was in a circle in the ceiling in the style of messenger architecture. It was odd to see in the realm of her enemy. The room did not seem at all designed to keep her contained, but she realized it didn't need to. There was no escaping an astral kingdom. You stayed until the king allowed you to leave. Perhaps there was some leeway given that Asano was only silver rank, but she doubted it. Even a gold rank fish was not mightier than the silver rank ocean in which it swam. How she ended up in an astral kingdom without consenting to pass through the portal she did not know. She had an unsettling feeling that it was related to her surrendering her soul to Asano. She felt different, unsure how long she had been unconscious. She was about to assess herself with her magical senses when a voice